Hello there everybody, and welcome back to episode 3 of my tutorial series for the Sealed Forest map in Against the Storm. So today we are in front of a pretty delicate situation. We will start today the reforging process, and that will put the colony under pretty severe strain. So we also don't have a terribly high amount of workers available for us right now. So what we're going to do next is we're going to lower the workforce on a couple of areas where it ain't as important, and we're going to reshift them to areas that are important. We're going to receive 2 workers back in the next couple of minutes, and therefore we don't need to worry that much about it. We are also currently gaining more and more wood as our woodcutters are standing right next to their jobs. So let's put up a provisioner, and we will require provision packs. I go even as far as putting up 20 of these. And, well, alright, not yet. We're going to make it like 10 as of yet, because we don't want to gimp ourselves too hard. So, provision packs, check. Crop packs, check. And building material packs. So, it's a shame, but we don't have any place where we can make these properly. That means we're going to have to waste a lot of material at the crude workstation. So to alleviate that issue a little bit, I want to build myself a mine. So we're going to set up one of these bad boys over here. Let's see. Is our brick production good enough there? Oh, wait a sec. Did we build that carpenter already? Yes, we did. Or, well... Oh, well, it just got built up, so let's stop these fools from what they're doing and make sure they stop wasting our precious wood and set up a singular beaver in here, which will be much more effective than anything we had before. And we're also going to set up tool production here. No luxury goods. I don't have that... without closer guidance. Let's do this like that. Bricks are right now a scarce commodity, and this is pretty much a problem for us. So that's something we really need to work around. I'm going to go for the human villagers task right now, as it is a cheap way for us to gain reputation. And as the things are right now, this is, in my opinion, absolutely worth it, because we want to get done with things. So, the granary doesn't yield any work right now, so we're gonna stop our people from working there. And we're starting to produce flour over here as well, as we now have the cookhouse ready. So we're now starting to produce biscuits. I'm going to exclude the herbs though. And we're starting to produce skewers if possible. Wherever possible. Okay. So the only thing right now is a tad bit of a lack of workers, but we're gonna be getting there. So let's get to the resource consumption panel. So I really want them to not use up any other materials than they should. But right now that's a little bit hard. So let's not make more than 50 flour. And we really need to get this on a top-notch priority. And we need to resolve that issue with the clay, as this is really now a pretty crucial one. So let's check this. Do we have any passive income source of clay? Is any of these things here yielding us a secondary income of clay? The answer seems to be no. That is pretty problematic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use a little bit of a trick by taking down roads that we found here. It's a pretty nifty one, isn't it? So here we get a influx there. Oh, we have reed fields, so we should totally use that. Do we have something to collect here still? Yes, we do. We also have one case of homelessness, and we have people sitting at the rain collector that are not knowing what they should be doing. This is absolutely unacceptable. Alright, let's build another shelter here. So we have that housing thing done. And let's see, we also will need another piece of road leading down here. And as you surely notice, it is just a very tricky thing here in this forest with the building, as we constantly have to look for byways and passages and the like to get ourselves through there. So we don't need that camp right now anymore. That frees up a couple of workers. Let's see, somebody at the harvester's camp should be quite nice. And well, we already have one camp of berry pickers, so I don't want to build a second camp of berry pickers. We also probably should set up a second warehouse back there. So the big problem that I see in the current situation is that we have almost no fertile soil around us. That is pretty much our deal breaker here. So we need to go deeper into the forests for that to end. So we're going to get ourselves a way down here, or let's see if there's any other glade in the vicinity which would be a better fit. We could go for that in the north, but these are all pretty much further away. So, well, yeah, we're going to do this. We got a nice amount of resource available, and right now the best way is the way forward, in my humble opinion at least. So we also have the necessary tools to send something back to the Citadel. So we shall do. Let's do a double shift here, as these workers will get freed up at some point in the far-fetched future, maybe. So here we have brick workers. And I did make the mine a high priority building, so the mine can yield new clay, as this is right now otherwise not possible for us anymore, as the copper veins. Well, alright, we have the reed now that will yield some clay as well. That's not true from my side, but you surely get what I mean. You got a bit of a prickly situation here. Now, deliver incense and have a monastery versus discover glades. Hell yeah, we're going to cut open glades here. So, forbidden glades and time. 2 forbidden glades. That is pretty much... I'm pretty okay with that, but as a matter of fact, I'm going to go for that one as the rewards are nicer, and this is easier fulfillable. Alright, exploration, here we go. Good thing that we did that before we chopped open that bad boy here. Alright, let's check back. Zork will happen to visit us this time. Let's foost forward. Oh, sheesh. Talk right now. So I'm going to favor the heart piece a wee bit to get myself a little bit of reputation on the side. Surely doesn't hurt us. And let's see. The open vault is surely open soon. And our reed pickers are out of work. So we're going to put them to work here. This is now a quite... horrible workspace environment. But it is what it is. Alright, so we got another camp of escaped convicts, and I am so relieved we got more fertile soil. We ain't got any opportunity to pick anything besides the worm tongues, but also we finally got ourselves a sea marrow location. So there's plenty of good things happening to us right now. So I'm opening up this a little bit more, and as a matter of fact, hostility, be there hostility or not, this cluster here has to go, otherwise the city is going to be forever doomed to be just scattered. Okay, so this place will be done quite soonish. And we are finally at the spot where we can start making trade. Wonderful. Alright. Nevertheless, though, there's other things that we need to do now. First up, we need to get ourselves some workers down to get that done. We even gained some luxury goods. That's really nice. But who's going to be in charge? Tell you what, we're going to send the woodcutters. So let's see. We have a lot of time before this event will do something to us. On the other hand, though, 6 hostility plus is something completely different than 150 hostility plus, so let's see. We should be totally okay with doing that. Another famous last words moment, probably, but we'll see about that. It's always important to gamble around a little bit. That is one thing that I can say for sure. Alright, we can sell those ancient tablets, but for now, I'm going to keep them, because we don't know if we are going to need them otherwise. But, well, nah, forget it. We're going to do so much glade exploration that it doesn't really matter. What does matter, though, is that we're going to get ourselves 5 amber in. Or now we're going to get that via the trade routes. We're going to buy now, if I could, something that would yield bricks. But as it stands right now, not available in your country. So we're going to buy some raw foodstuffs instead. Well, maybe not the berries, as we have a ample supply of these ourselves. Now let's go for the vegetables. We have a we have our way in using these. There we go. Vegetables are also not allowed to be eaten raw. So this is the point where we gotta be really careful that there will be food available for people, because otherwise, you know, people will start starving. That is not desirable. Not desirable at all. So here in the pickled goods department, I think we need somebody working again. Although we don't have enough containers here available, so if we get a warning that we are out of food anytime soon, we know why. Alright, the leather worker is sincerely overstaffed, so we can shift our personnel away from that. It's really important that we stay in motion like that. So we can set up another person down here, but as it stands right now, we don't even have material to work with. So we gotta wait for another batch of income. That sucks. That sincerely sucks if that happens. So we can, though, send back things to the Citadel. Let's do that. Alright. So I'm not going to accept the reward because it ain't drizzle season right now. We gained that wonderful extra reward there that I don't want to waste there. Alrighty, so worker-wise, this is a bit of a nightmare here. But, finally the people from the open vault are done. With all the events that we're clearing, we have a constant strain on our worker side. That is absolutely noticeable. So what I want to have is somebody at the makeshift post that can start doing building materials for us as we need. A total of 10 of them. So we're going to use the copper for this, as I really like this equation of using a material that we're not really using for anything else in this regard. Okay, so far so good. The Queen's impatience is rising to a bit of a problematic level, but so here we go. We have a bit of a hostility situation here again. but this is resolvable by putting harpies into the correct workshop and then favoring them around. Here I do the same thing as I did the last time, just with a shorter storm season, which means it'll work this time. We also need extra workers for the farm down here. This is extremely important, as I just realized. So, yeah. The thing about this map is that it it shoves you constantly in a way that you have a certain feeling of urgency going on there. So, obviously, we don't need any favoring anymore because something makes our harpies vibe with us again. So, I'm not unhappy about that. Alright, so we're again picking up the... Well, are we going to pick up any package? Yeah, well, we're not kicking this thing over the notch there. So we're going to pick up the large package of villagers this time, as I have a severe hunger for making the city grow right now. We got so many angles where we need to grow bigger than that, and I am going to remove that dewberry bush. Yeah, sometimes it is worth it. I mean, I'll be endlessly sad if I now get a random opportunity to use these, in all admittancy, but I'll also be able to cut to build a hearth now because of that, which is extremely worth it. So we could set up a ranch, which is amazing. Oh yeah. A ranch is resolving so many of our problems, so we're going to pick that up. The ranch processes many of the materials that we produce into meat, and we have a couple of recipes that require exactly meat. So yeah, this is going to be extremely good. So, the sea marrow deposits also yield stone, so we can totally use that instead of the mines for the time being. Alright, so let's see. Where are our building material packs? They're being made. Where are our crop packs? They're not being made because the limit is too high. I see. So, it's time to start at least with the first quest on our journey. And as you see there, we also don't seem to have any problems whatsoever with our food situation right now. So we can safely crank up the numbers on other occasions. So that small farm needs to get finished. That's really important. And we have now so many extra workers. This will be really, really good. So we gain oil for flour produced. Hell yeah. The other one with provision packs for new workers, I skimmed out on that one now as I felt like this comes too late. It is a very, very useful cornerstone that I used in the previous episodes a lot, and I think it is also really good. But as we do produce a lot of flour in this village, the city, I feel like it is much better to go for that one instead of a short-term skip of a couple of provision packs. This is more impactful, in my opinion at least. Alright, there goes the farm. I had a very... it was very important to me to get that done during the drizzle season, so we get the we get to sow the fields still before the clearance season. So we get a harvest this year still. Alright, so let's pick up the rewards. I've been holding back on these for a reason. So here we go. That makes happier harpies. And let's put the happy harpies into the druid's hut. So over here in the druid's hut, we're going to make sure that the city always has a 30 pieces of oil and a 50 pieces of coats. And to this, we put 2 of our hobbies. Alright, we got an insane amount of workers right now. So this is one hell of a cool situation, sort of, but it's also quite dangerous and can escalate quite quickly. So we need to be careful around that. So the kiln comes to the rescue. Perfect. This is practically one of the best things that could have happened to us here at this point, as we now have coal available as well, which makes us extremely autonomous in many directions. So I'll be putting up a crude workstation now, as I think we're going to have a much higher income of stone now. And it's about time to set up another small warehouse here, as we also have a lot more logistics to work with. And of course, roads, as our people are faster on these. Alrighty. So, let's see. I sadly don't have any further humans for these tasks, but that's only half the truth. So, granary. I need more people at the granary now, as I feel like the pack of crop production has become very important for the city. Very, very important. And over here at the Druid's Hut, those coats will go really, really well for the happiness of the city, to make us resilient against the storms to come. Now, over here, I bet that it's now a lack of materials to work with, so we're going to go and allow them to use the cloth as well, or valuable cloth. But we're remaking it, so it's fine. We also have plenty of materials to do this, so we really don't need to worry about that. So, now off to the bigger picture of things. We use now vegetable to create meat. We use vegetable to create leather. Or, well, we should be using grain as well. Maybe both. And we use grain, obviously, for eggs. So there we go. So that's the point now where we totally need to shut down the automatic consumption of these goods, as otherwise our folks will start pilfering these just for the grabs, and this is no longer an option. Okay, so we're only lacking on the building material department, but no much longer. So we're now able to deliver the first packages for the eye. We also have the human villagers quest running right now, so that's good news as well. So let's use the heart of the forest thing instead. I don't have to give anything away on that regard. So now we need to have either level 2 standing with lots of trade routes settlements. We gain reputation from events. That is something we were doing already. Or we gain reputation from resolve. So whatever we do, it's all about making people happy. So let's see what we can do there. We also can gain a new cornerstone. Yeah, well, so I'm very tempted to take either of these, but I'm taking the peasant supplies, as this is just more powerful. So, that means we need to have high standing with several cities. This can be easily achieved. Let's see, Rainport is requiring 10 ember traded, so we can just sell away lots of these bad boys here and gain a lot of that. We also can and should now set up the beacon tower, as we are now starting to crack the seal. This comes in handy too. So Plague of Blindness, our villagers are fumbling around in the next season. Sucks, but it ain't that much of a big deal. So let's see, we could sell something away to Beverton that we would be missing somewhat, so I'm doing this still. It's really important that we just keep selling things. I mean, sure, it ain't the best deal or anything like that, but it's also by far not the worst. Okay, so housing. We need tons of houses now in the neighborhood down here as well, because we're doing basically the same as we always do. So we need 3 houses for the harpies, and another one for the rest of the dudes. There is a mine that we're building away here, so I'm going to stop that, as I don't think that is too smart. So we are either we're instead going to do this like that here. Alright, so new packs have been unlocked. That's the last series. So high value trade routes with 15 amber each versus farm fields and crop packs. So totally we'll take that one, as it is just really in our interest. And here, building materials and trade good packs, well, hell yeah, we're down. This is just yielding us more of what we need. Although the Rainpunk Enthusiast quest would be also very, very interesting in some regard. Alright. So, by the way, I expect this season to last a little bit longer. And I mean, this gameplay season. I think we're not going to be done in 4 episodes for this one, as this whole seal thing, it takes a while, you know? It does take a while. But we are on a really, really solid start, as our food industries are now coming into motion. We got several closed cycles, or closed circles, however you want to call it. There's our economy is working. It's just not in full gear yet, but it's going to be getting there, as we have a real high production of grain eventually with that cornerstone that we got. So that will be good eventually. We just have to hold out now a wee bit. It's year 5. We've had a bit of a slow start. Usually I would be rushing the the standing thingies a little bit more, but for the sake of the tutorial, I didn't want to spoiler too hard. Because as a matter of fact, this is always the same procedure. Amazingly enough, it's always the same. You just get the same quests in every run. I don't know why it is that way, as I personally find it pretty dumb. But currently, I don't know. I assume that there will be a change on this one time soon, but not yet. So during the Plague of Blindness, I'm personally very keen to not do anything. And as you see here, a grand total of 30 amber has to be traded, so we can now just sell away to Rainport that, and we have our tier 2 standing already done so. So over to Blightwatch, we're going to send away some of our parts. It does hurt us, but it's okay. We don't have that many provision packs as of right now, so, well, doesn't matter too much. They're gonna get remade in the provisioner's abode. There we go. So, all in all, I am quite happy. There's only one more thing that I want to do right now, and that is building another rain collector. As right now, we can have more speed up on the food production with that, as we have a nifty cornerstone doing exactly that for us. And I personally think we'd be really smart utilizing that. Alright, so in the current situation, we want to grow a little bit slower, especially since the extra parts here are really, really tempting and enticing and wonderful. Also, as our situation now is properly consolidated, I realized that I missed out on a lot of opportunities. It's time for the aesthetics decorations. So we're going to put this up on both of these neighborhoods. I think we're lacking benches here still, but we do. Alright, so cornerstone time. Calming the forest, empathy events to give us hostility reduction. I will take that immediately, as this is just giving us so much time back. As you see there, that's brilliant. Because currently, as long as the Queen's impatience doesn't kill us off, there's nothing really taking us down that hard. So, I'm picking up that cornerstone, as it gives me, again, I'm picking up that order, as it gives me, again, a cornerstone reroll. And let's see, we got a bakery up, we got an artisan up, And let's see, the Explorer's Lodge would give me extra global resolve for rebuilt or salvaged ruins. So yeah, as it stands right now, this is quite massive, as we have a entire ballpark of these things hanging out there. On the downside, the Explorer's Lodge does, well, we don't need these extras there too much. But on this side, we would only gain pi, so I'm really not inclined on this trade. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Explorer's Lodge, as this will be a really nice bonus for us, and it's a good inspiration to finally rebuild all these buildings for good. Or, well, and as soon as I have bricks available for that. Speaking about bricks, so we do have the kiln now, so the crude workstation has no more reason to exist in my city, as we can now bring the same people over to the kiln. So here at the kiln, we will make up to 50 coal, and we will process bricks up until we have 30, and we can make some jerky on the side. Sure, why not? We're only going to do that with oil or coal, though. Only advanced things. So here we go. My good friends, that's the end of episode 3. We have a good foothold now. We're going to go for those standing levels, as this will be the next big thing. We will require another settlement there. I mean, we're almost there with that one. Rainport will receive this level 2, and then we just need to select one more city that we're going to bribe down. But more about that in the next episode. Leave me your comments, leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, and check out the description box. Plenty of links to go around, and there's also my Discord, there's my Twitch, where I stream each Sunday evening, and of course there's also Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. I'd be delighted if you'd give them a look, and thanks for watching this video, thanks for supporting this channel, and thanks for being around. Really appreciate it, and see you all on the next one. Bye bye.